It's impossible to be in the woods and in a bad mood at the same time. You've never heard anybody say, "Wow, I'm really frustrated. I need to go inside and calm down." Hey YouTube, welcome back to Wilderness Wednesday. We're working through the 3 knots that we teach at Valiant Outfitters that we think are the easiest to master and also give you the greatest success for survival if you have limited skills or limited dexterity. And that limited dexterity can come from a number of things. Either you haven't had a chance to practice much, but of course the more you practice, the better you're going to be. Or you might have lack of dexterity because it's a chilly day. Here in Florida today, we're in the 50s. Down here, the Floridians call that chilly. Of course, back up north, this would be shirt sleeve weather. But you might be facing dexterity loss because of how cold it is, rainy, wet, icing conditions, even snowing conditions, having to have gloves on. And these knots, the one that we've already covered, and that's the overhand loop, or what I call the overhand end loop. The one I'm going to teach you today, the Siberian Hitch, or you might have heard it called the Evenk hitch. Those are both for the static end of a ridge line or for a static end of any line. And then the one we're going to learn in future videos, the taut line hitch. And I'll have links for those, either be up here or over here or down below. I'm still trying to figure out this interwebs thing, but I promise I'll have links to those other videos. But we've already done the overhand loop, the overhand end loop. This week I want to show you the Siberian hitch, and this is another one, as I said, that's great for making your static end. So you start with this for your ridge line, you get this tied, and it's nice and secure. Easy to tie even with limited dexterity, and then you run your end for your dynamic end, the one that's going to be your tightening end. So here I have a tree. It's not very big in diameter, but it'll work for what we want to do. Now I'm right-handed, so I start this knot from the left-hand side. There's not a left-hand or a right-hand knot here for the Siberian hitch. However, you're comfortable if you're left-handed or right-handed. So I'm going to come around from the left and bring my working end. Now, as you're learning, I suggest give yourself quite a bit of working end here so that you have room to work with it. And I'm going to lay my left hand flat, and here that standing end that's going to run to the tightening end of my ridge line, that's laying across my palm. And then I'm going to take the working end, lay that across my palm, and wrap it around. Then I'm going to slide my hand underneath. And this is the one part of this that can be confusing for a lot of people. But I have these 3 lines coming across, and I'm just going to slide my hand underneath. And then I'm going to take my thumb, and I'm going to put it inside of that loop. And I'm going to grab that working end, and I'm going to make a bite. I don't want to pull the end through, I just want to make a bite. And I'm going to pull it, and as I pull it, I'm going to pull the left-hand side towards my ring finger, and that's going to tighten the hitch, but leave a loop for me. Then I take that standing end, and I'm going to pull that tight, and that's going to make a nice tight hitch for me. Again, I'm going to take it around from the left side and give myself plenty to work with here as I'm learning. Lay my hand flat, palm up, wrap around with the working end, and then slide my hand underneath, and then grab, make a bite, and pull, and then pull the standing end. Now it's going to look like it's loose when you first do this, but it's not. It's going to hold really nice and tight. You can see I can put my weight into that. Now by using that bite through there, I now have a quick release. What that means is when I'm ready to break camp, I can just grab that working end that's down here now, and I pull that, and it comes loose for me. So let's do this again. Around from the left-hand side, right-hand side if you're lefty, lay my palm flat, palm up, wrap around, slide my hand underneath, through the loop I make, and grab a bite, and then pull it tight, cinch it down, and it's not going anywhere. Now, if you're worried about that quick release coming loose, you can just find a toggle anywhere. I'm going to take this stick I have, I'll break this off, and I can put it through there and pull that tight, And that just gives me an extra little stop on there, but I found I really don't need it. But to release it, I can just pull that a bit, pull that stick out, and do my quick release. One more time, real fast. Underneath, around, over my palm, pull it tight, and there I have the Siberian or the Evenk hitch. A really quick, easy static end knot for when you've lost some dexterity because of the cold, having to wear mittens, whatever it is. Thanks for joining me for another Wilderness Wednesday this weekend. Get outside. It's impossible to be in the woods and in a bad mood at the same time. You've never heard anybody say, wow, I'm really frustrated, I need to go inside and calm down. Nah, everybody always goes outside to calm down. So get out this weekend, enjoy the wilderness. We'll see you for another Wilderness Wednesday.